Massachusetts, the jury in the Karen Reed murder trial is deliberating on its verdict this morning. Reed is accused of hitting her Boston police officer boyfriend with her SUV and then leaving him to die. Her first trial ended with a hung jury. CBS Boston's Christina Rex has been following this case from the very beginning.
Karen Reed's fate is now in the hands of a suburban Boston jury.
We've done everything we can, the instructions, the verdict slip. You've seen us fighting in court.
The 12 jurors started deliberating Friday afternoon after closing arguments ended with a stark contrast. Reed's facing 3 charges in the 2022 death of John O'Keefe: second-degree murder, manslaughter while operating under the influence of alcohol, and leaving the scene of a fatal crash. If convicted of second-degree murder, she could be sentenced to life in prison. The defense argues O'Keefe was attacked by a dog and beaten by other people inside the house before being left outside in the cold.
She was drunk. She hit him, and she left him to die.
There was no collision. There was no collision. There was no collision.
Now it's a question of who the jury believes.
You often hear in closing arguments attorneys repeating phrases because it's quite helpful psychologically. They use repetition to get inside the mind of the jury, hopefully helping them back in that jury room.
Caroline Polizzi is a criminal defense attorney and CBS News legal contributor.
Where the prosecution even admits that the investigation was not done with honor. It was done with integrity, they say, but it was not done with honor. Reasonable doubt is the degree to which they need to find Karen Reed, the defendant, guilty beyond.
The day of closing arguments, around 200 people showed up outside of the courthouse to protest the prosecution of Karen Reed. Today, around 75 or so people are already here waiting for a verdict. Gayle?
All right, Christina, we thank you.